every Thursday, because we're so far into the week and so much has happened, our goal is to have a conversation to make everything, put everything into the right light, make it make sense from a spiritual point of view. And so we reach out to Father Mike Schmitz every week. He's not available ever. So we go back and we just have to rewrite what our hope is. And we have a conversation with the one, the only Matthew Archbold. Love it every single week. Good morning to you, Matthew.
Yeah, I don't have the jawline of Father Mike.
None of us do, baby. None of us do.
You talk as fast as
that's
he
why
does.
I'm on the radio.
Yeah, right.
or the hairline, quite frankly.
Yeah, right.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So yesterday, I go to a mass with my daughter, an early morning mass at a different parish because she asked to go because they have confession. So we went to this other mass, and this was insane because I ran into my old college roommate. He was just there. Now, my old college roommate was, well, let's just get this out of, when we went to college together, he didn't go to mass at all, right. And I started him going to mass.
Oh,
wonderful.
And now he goes daily. When I brought this up, he said he didn't remember it that way.
Oh.
So I'd like to file some sort of complaint, and because look, I need all the evidence I'm going to get to get me into heaven. So I need all of it. So we're going to have to work on that. But it was funny because he said he's been going to daily mass for about 6 months, and then another fella came out and said he's been going for about 2 years, and they said the thing about coming to church is you just get deeper and deeper into it. And I'm thinking about he's talking theologically, and I said, absolutely, that it's 100% true. You just keep going further and further, and you just can't believe that there's truth behind truth behind truth, and they kind of looked at me funny, and then they said, no. They meant that the more you go to church, the more jobs you're given at church.
Oh.
Like my buddy is now painting the inside of the rectory, and the other guy was fixing drywall, and then another man stopped by and said he was asked to, do the readings, and I'm thinking to myself, I've been going to daily mass for years and years. No one's asked me to do anything. Is it nothing? Do I just reek of incompetence and everything?
Well,
no one's asked me to do anything.
It's your notoriety, Matthew. They already know how busy you are. It precedes you.
I am unsure of that, but
I'm going with that.
Okay, I think I may have to go with that. But did you guys hear about the new Supergirl movie?
No, I was just looking at your article on it, though.
This is so insane. So I guess the new way of doing things is when you make a movie that's you're hoping to make money on, it's you want to go out of your way to critique half the country.
Yeah.
But the Supergirl actress said, there were some people criticizing the trailer that it didn't look very good, and she said, so I went on Twitter and I looked and I saw, the people criticizing it, were like Christian Dad of 4, and she said, hey, if you're going to make enemies, make the right ones, huh?
Oh, my.
And I just thought, who does she think is going to take the kids to Supergirl movies?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's the dopey Christian Dad of 4.
Yeah.
Who's going to pile up the minivan?
Yeah.
Well, what are they thinking? Where do they think they live?
Yeah. Well, I think it's interesting because the same thing happened with that Snow White movie or something. They did the same thing.
Right.
They made fun of, Christian values, and then they wondered why nobody went to see it. Well, that tells you right there.
Yeah.
But what's such a funny thing is, that happened with Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
It happened with Snow White. And now the same thing's happening with Supergirl. Now, all of those movies bombed.
Right.
Now, you have to ask yourself, why does this keep happening? Because the culture there must reward that in some way. Otherwise, it wouldn't just keep happening, right?
Yeah.
There has to be some reward for that, for saying those things. Otherwise, it wouldn't keep happening. It just wouldn't. You know, if the whole industry town was like, okay, let's stop yelling at Christians, you know what I mean? Let's stop putting them down every chance we get. It would stop. But clearly, there's something they're getting from it that they want or need.
And I love the last line of your article in Creative Minority Report. The Roman Empire fell slower than this business model. That says it all.
But do you think, Matthew, that it is just a sense of, look at us, we're the smart people, and all of you people are ignorant, and so they keep at it, thinking that we are bringing you enlightenment and good. Sooner or later, you'll come around.
They'll get it
like
one day.
shame us into it. Yeah.
Well, I actually do think that is part of it. In fact, I have another article that many on the left are no longer avoiding Christianity.
Right.
They're looking to change it.
Right.
So they're not saying just let them do their thing over there. They're saying no, they're an active threat. The Christianity is an active threat, which it is.
Right.
Christianity should be an active threat to your culture, but so they're not ignoring it. They're not avoiding it. They're seeking to change it. By saying things like, the Bible doesn't mention abortion specifically.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of things the Bible doesn't mention specifically.
Right.
And not to get too deep, but that's kind of the problem with sola scriptura. When you cut out tradition entirely, you're kind of left on an island. But
and everybody gets to interpret.
But Hillary Clinton even said that years ago.
Yeah.
She said we have to change their beliefs, and that seems to be what's going on right now. That they're committed to changing our beliefs. In fact, how many laws have you seen passed throughout Europe, Canada, and now it's even coming here, where you're having laws that if you pronounce things out of the Bible, you can be convicted of a hate crime. People are being arrested all throughout England. In Canada, there's a law now. Ireland is happening, and they're just a little bit ahead of us. But we're doing our best to catch up, and it will come here.
It's not good enough to silence us. These reports from the Washington Nationals baseball team, for example, a senior executive excluded Catholic pitcher Trevor Williams from the team's social media because of his faith. We don't want him talking about the faith on our.
Wow.
Yikes!
Oh my.
Now the funny thing is, the crazy thing is, after that should have been immediate grounds for dismissal. Immediate. Yeah. But no. It's a leave of absence. Okay? What that means is, okay, while all you Christians are all riled up right now, we're going to say, oh, yeah. We took care of it, leave of absence. Right. And the second that we take our eyes off of it, they're going to put the guy right back into his job and with a pat on the back.
Yeah.
And if he'd have did that against another group that is in the know these days, he would have been
Could you even imagine?
Yeah.
Could you even imagine?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
The sky would fall.
Yeah, that's right. Well, if you want to know, I tell you what, you really need to check out Creative Minority Report.
Oh, yeah.
Matthew Archbold, always a pleasure. Thank you, sir, for your wisdom.
Bye, Matthew.
God bless you.
I didn't mean to laugh out loud.